Hey viewers, welcome to another game as the Casual Pro Gamer. This is game number 3 of the best of 5 between Alliance Nani, which is Naniwa, and Jaedong playing as EGJDRC. So yeah, game number 1 and 2, already very exciting. Game number 2 was actually quite surprising strategies. If you haven't seen that, I do recommend you watch that. Yeah, for now I'm going to spoil the results in a moment because I want to talk about that for a moment. Anyway, yeah, if you're still here, then I'm assuming you saw game 1 and 2 or don't care. Yeah, the Jaedong took both of those games, game number 2 in spectacular fashion, to be honest. That was pretty amazing. Game number 1, of course, had a base race, which was also pretty good, but it was not nearly as convincing as game number 2. So I'm kind of rooting for Naniwa here because I like matches that go to the final game and that actually go in this case to game number 5, because those are actually really exciting to watch. Game number 5, not the best normally. Normally game number 3 is the best because yeah, if people are kind of ahead, then they start doing crazy strategies and that's when it becomes fun. But I guess game number 2 was our game number 3 here, because game number 2 had an excellent strategy by Jaedong, and yeah, I like that very much. And he won with it, so there's that. I don't really care if you win with your crazy strategy, I just like seeing them. So Gateway coming up, a simulator coming up, and an extra pylon coming up. He is going to go for his expansion this time, and not falling for the same trick once again. Yeah, we are going to just have a very normal opening here. We are going to go into Cybernetics Core, not even produce a Zealot, just going straight for those sentries and stalkers. But yeah, for now we're just producing workers. That's what the pros do. Producing workers is something you should do as much as possible in the beginning, and of course even in the later stage of the game. Keeping your worker count up is so important. So if you lose workers, you should immediately replenish that the moment you get the chance to do so. And of course, it's not, you don't always get the chance to do so, and that is a very important thing to keep in mind. So the Nexus coming up, the hatchery, the second hatchery also coming up. I guess third hatchery, second expansion, third base, and well, we have a spawning pull up. But that's about it. No research going down, no Vespene gas even being tapped. So I guess he's just going for a rush here, all out Zerglings or something like that. I'm not actually sure why he's not tapping into the gas, because that means no roaches. Means also no banelings or hydralisk or whatever you want. Pretty much Zerglings, that's it. He can of course build evolution chambers, but he can't research anything. He can go for spine and spore crawlers though, so that's good. Yeah, not actually sure what the plan is there, so we'll have to see. For now, it is surprising that he's not going for that. He is, however, getting a very nice income here, getting all kinds of bases and queens and, well, just a lot of minerals. Let's see, income-wise, yeah, we are getting about double the minerals, but yeah, no gas, so it does come with a sacrifice. But yeah, this is something that I haven't seen in quite a while, and it might actually just be completely wrong. He is going for the extractor finally, so we're 6 minutes into the game and he finally started to go for an extractor. It's not even finished yet. There you go, second one coming up and third one coming up. Did he just forget that? Because it doesn't seem likely, but yeah, I guess he just wanted to produce a whole bunch of drones before doing anything else, and rightfully so for now, because there is no attacking army out. And now finally we have a Phoenix out, but the Phoenix is not going to do anything. First of all, because the Queens can just shoot it down. Second, because, well, on its own it cannot lift anything. So yeah, it does get tagged a little bit. yeah, lost 13 HP and the shields, of course. But yeah, for now, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. The next is coming up. So third base also out for our Protoss player, and that is going to put the Zerg player a little bit behind. Because having equal bases to a Protoss player means that you're behind, because your income should be higher. Your bases, yeah, you should have the base count +1 basically. And we are now in 4 Phoenix territory, so yeah, I'm definitely rooting for Naniwa here. As I said, I want this game to go to game number, this match to go to game number 5, and we are going to see him at least attempt a very brave thing, which is to pick off as many drones as he possibly can. There is a spine crawler out somewhere. There it is. It is going to reposition, and also here a spine crawler is out. And we're taking some hits, but yeah, not really too worried about that. The queen is doing its damage, but yeah, it's not really good enough, it seems. So the Phoenixes once again get scouted, and they are going into this base this time. Once again, a few shots fired, and he once again gets another drone. So let's see if he can get anything else out of this. The extractor is ready. Let's put on some workers. Yeah, he is now going for the upgrades finally, and going for roaches. Roaches are of course a fine choice, but he does need to make sure that he can pick off these phoenixes at some point. Yeah, I guess that is that. So there are a few units over here. They just got taken out. A few units over here, and he might actually just launch an attack here with these few units. It's not really great, but it'll work for a little bit. So yeah, the forge is going to go down. I don't know. The phoenixes. Oh, 2 of them actually retreated back home. 2 of them stayed in. The forge is indeed going to go down. The slow field going to go down as well, or going up, I guess then. And okay, yeah, we have Void Rays once again going with the air units, and the air units are of course really good against units that cannot shoot air. So yeah, Void Rays good against the armored units, so good against the roaches. They do extra damage versus them, so that's excellent. We are going to go with the anti-air Hydralisks, and I like Hydralisks, or I used to like them. Nowadays they are too expensive, but they are still useful at times when you're up against a huge huge air army, and they're good anti-air. So, but yeah, I guess they didn't want people to stick with what they knew. Yeah, they just wanted to mix it up, and that's why they made the Hydralisk a little more expensive. Because, well, going mass Hydralisk was kind of my favorite strategy in Brood War, so Starcraft Brood War. And yeah, it worked out really well. It worked against everything because they can attack everything. The only thing you needed was some detection, but since Overlords gave detection back then, that was not a problem. Yeah, lots of units coming in here, lots of zealots coming in fact, and he should be able to clean this up because, as I said, Hydralisks are a little bit too expensive, and yeah, I didn't really mean that you can't afford them. I meant that they die quite easily for the price you pay for them. I would expect a little bit a chunkier unit, or a little bit more of a, well, combat ready unit. Wow. Cancelled that at the last second. And the Hydralisk might actually get out. No, they're not going to get out just like that. They're just going to have to fight for their lives. Not going to work though. And yeah, this is kind of over, I think. Once this base goes down, there's really nothing that Jaedong can do. Naniwa will just take this game, and that is awesome. So we are going to get some air units out, but yeah, they're not going to do anything at this point. They're light units, so they do work well against the Void Rays, but not against these guys. because everything is biological. They do extra damage versus biological, and therefore they just yeah, kill the hell out of everything. Really, not a whole lot of tricks to it. And are we going to get this done? No, maybe, I don't know. Oh, yeah, oh, there was still one Mutalisk full health. And they are going to die now to the Phoenixes. So Phoenix is kind of not with the army apparently. And just wanted to chillax somewhere else. So yeah, so many zealots here that's not good for your base's health. But unharassed Protoss just doing whatever he can to build. Yeah, really not a whole lot you can do against that. So that was game number 3, making it 2-1. And let's hope game number 4 is a good one for Naniwa, so that we actually get that game number 5. But yeah, hope to see you there. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.